Organization in Delaware County is prepared to help patients with addiction struggles at a newly renovated building. 12 News' Daniel Curran visited its Main Street location in Delhi to see how patients can benefit in the new space.
Friends of Recovery, dedicated to others, celebrated the reopening of its new recovery center, Turning Point of Delaware County, on Friday. The new facility provides a new and improved space for people struggling with substance abuse and addiction. Executive Director Deborah Barrios says the new space will better accommodate patients in individual and group settings, making them feel at home.
And we needed more confidential areas to have sessions, and we felt this was the model that we like to show others, because our other locations are also homes. So we want people to feel invited to a home versus a sterile retail space. That's why we moved.
The new location comes complete with a living room, 2 kitchens, more office space, as well as a Narcan vending machine. Volunteer recovery coach Greg Croft is excited to help people in a space better suited to fit their needs.
We're a group environment, and there's a lot of different rooms, and upstairs and down. Well, the other place was a theater, so it was very difficult to communicate in group settings because it was difficult to hear.
With the new additions at the building, Barrios hopes to see more patients feeling comfortable to come get the help they need.
I think we're more attractive to people coming in our door. And I hope that more and more people see this environment, come for the help that they need, because from start to finish, we help people in early recovery, we help people who are considering recovery and maintaining their recovery.
The building additionally has a private entrance to keep confidentiality for patients going through the downtown Delhi location. Daniel Curran, 12 News, Delaware County.